It's a beautiful day in the gamerhood, a beautiful day for my gamers. Would you be one? Could you be one? It's out about plunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great robbers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers? Won't you please, please won't you be my gamers?
Hello everyone. Welcome to Mr. Hobbs' Gamerhood. I am your host and game master tonight, Jason Hobbs. I got a little mood lighting on. Is it sepia or sepia? I even got my bed in the background in case this music makes you feel a little frisky.
Whoa.
But seriously though, tonight we are playing Old School Essentials. I pulled out a different book to show off instead of the one because I have a whole bunch of thumbnails of me holding up the other book. This time we'll hold up this one. And tonight it's The White Sands of Opjamar.
What's that book that you're holding, the brown one?
Classic Fantasy Monsters.
Oh, okay.
With that unknown voice as one of the players. My OnlyFans link is in my pants. God, Stu, what is wrong with me tonight? Anyway, that new girl, it kills me every time. So, you can't have a game without players. Let's head over to the round table and meet the Tuesday Knights. All right, guys. I'm sure you're going to have a tough time following that introduction, aren't you? All right, let's meet you guys and your characters. Let's start with Stu because he looks so pleased.
Yep, I'm Stu. I am playing Galdal, a level 2 dwarf who is really only known for being kind of surly, and he doesn't speak very well after a lingering jaw injury.
That's all he's known for? I guess you don't even talk about the Yakim heads anymore. Short notice.
He does hate a particular lizard people that tend to terrorize the local area around Hava.
All of Opjamar, I think. That's why, because he seems like a traveler, right?
Yep.
All right. Anyway, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron Clark. I am playing Heffen, the cleric, who's fast approaching level 2.
How fast? Are we going to make it today?
If I get 200 experience points, I will.
Oh, gosh. No chance. No chance. Hey, Gaming MBS. You know where the action is, sir. I'm not picking that low-hanging fruit. Not this time. All right, Taylor.
Hi, I am Taylor, forgetting that I was not on mute, looking to unmute. I am playing Hadia, the recent competitor for Galdal's reaction rolls, and coming in to whiten up some sands.
Gabriel.
Gabriel here from Uruguay, playing Akemugdan Savory, a thief from the city on Shunera, now in the sands of the desert, in a dungeon.
In another dungeon in the Gamerhood, right? That's never happens before.
Let's see if we can get out.
All right, Elliot.
I'm Elliot. I'm playing Saad Samir, the fighter monster hunter, and looking to get back in this thing. Should be fun.
That's right. So I think Aaron and Stu battle over the recaps.
I'm happy to relent.
Wait,
Elaborate.
is it worth an experience point?
One more experience point for Aaron for this recap.
Damn it.
So what happened last session?
Well, last session we started with us looking on the terrace, looking out over the the cavern with the gorgers like feasting on a bunch of corpses, and they came scrabbling and trying to crawl up the terrace and attack us. We drove them back with some prodigious use of flaming oil and a fierce dwarf and some crack shot archery from Akamuk. When we defeated them, we found this weird statue where Hethan was able to see with his true sight, the monstrosity that it actually represented. Rather than being a beautiful woman, it was like this fiendish fiend. Hethan busy destroying it while we were ambushed by some other monsters. Anybody want to add anything there? Oh, there were the vegan zombies and the flying skin curtains. Those were the things that we had to deal with last session. Hadia and Akamuk were nearly devoured by the skin curtains, but fortunately they survived their death saves. Did I miss anything?
That was pretty thorough.
We got a face transplant.
Yeah, Hadia, you're pretty beat up, right?
Yep. Hadia was covered in the skin graft cloak monster and went down. She went down like a joke I probably shouldn't say on a PG-13 channel. So, but she made it out alive.
All right. Yes, it is actually, Uruguay is in South America. Long ago when I first started gaming with Gabriel online, well, on 8 years ago, I think now, probably.
More.
Believe it or not. More? Holy shit. Dude, you're old, Gabriel.
Yeah, not as old as you, but
That's true. I was joking around and a total a-hole, and I told him I was so bad at geography, I thought Uruguay was in Spain. And so ever since there, we have been talking that he is in Spain and not South America. The joke really hasn't stood the test of time. It really wasn't funny then, to be honest, but somehow we keep on saying it. Or I do.
That's right, Ratword. It is Deep Hobbs lore.
It is. It's back in the Rust playtest with Greg Christopher. I think was the first game that we ever played together.
it was.
So
That's right.
it had Alex Mayo, Greg Christopher, Ray Case, and Gerardo Teristro.
Race.
So, yeah, I think we all know Gabriel and I are the most famous people that came out of that group. Because nobody else is known as the Grill Wizard. But I have heard that Greg Christopher is almost finished with the second edition of his game. So
we're gonna have to play test it in the gamer route, I guess.
He's been asking for it. Yeah, he's been asking for it. So the laugh track, you guys can spend points in the thing. There's laughter or applause in there. You can spend your points in there. Oh, and it's another month, but I forgot to erase all of the stuff. I couldn't even find where to find how many Hobbs hugs you all have. So I got to put that on my list. I'm still going to give a prize out. So your points that you get for hanging out in the chat room is going to get you a prize for January. I am the GM here, and but I'd like to say I hand over narrative control as far as what's funny or isn't funny. I don't decide that for anybody. You got 5 weird points today, Aaron. This is weird because my whole setup is different. Because I couldn't get the chat to work for the thing. All right, I think that covers everything. Elliot, just like always, your character was around. Saad was around. He just couldn't be used or done or anything like that.
Sure.
So, as you can see, there is quite a battlefield here. And the chamber, there were some of these creatures that had fled farther south as well. So, hey,
We're up here.
It's not a very good applause track, is it? Yeah. I got rid of all of the sounds that are, because I got DCMA'd on that Rickroll. In Germany and Brazil, I think. There's only a few countries in the world that nixed it, but so I got rid of all those and I added some new ones. So you may want to check out. There's some good ones in there that are more gamerhood. Need more stadium. Need more cowbell? What's happening here? All right. Anyhow, I think we might as well just jump into the action. You guys want me to turn the music down? Are you cool with the music or? We've been listening to this music for like 3 sessions.
These are the days of high adventure.
If I get tired of it, I'll just turn it down in my settings.
All right.
Yeah,
You guys couldn't hear that, could you? The high adventure one?
I didn't hear any sound effects out of the Twitch. No.
I can't hear any sound effects
I
at all.
Yeah, you guys won't be able to hear them unless you have those sounds on. I'm not doing a fart sound, Gaming and BS. This isn't your channel. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Off to the tabletop so everyone can see where we were at the end of last session. Things below Hava are cooler than the desert sands above. There's almost an incessant sound of distant sobbing or weeping. It has a strange, ethereal, feminine sound. Hey, Aaron Clark, thanks for following. It's only been 20 years and 3 days. I appreciate it, man. 1 day ago, Aaron Clark started hanging out. We'll do that part later. All right, so that's the situation. There are corpses of the restless dead littering the ground, as well as your blood and dried skin cells. What are you going to do?
I think attend to our companions that are injured, right? In last session, we were talking about do we quit the dungeon for now and rest and recover and come back, or press on? I think there were those creatures that came out of this area and tried to steal my holy symbol.
Yeah.
There might be some discovery to be had here. I think the vegan zombies ran off to the south. But these skin curtains are the worst.
Yeah.
We also
really
found
have
a
the
magic.
option to even. Oh, sorry.
We also found a magic ring last session. We don't know what it does, and we also have that weird Rubik's pyramid that's also magic, and we don't know what it does. So I don't know. That's kind of.
I don't really want to hear Al Jahoodi's mouth if we leave here without completing.
That's what I was going to say. Do we really have the option of actually like leaving, because we have to leave back through right now? We would have to leave back through Al Jahoodi's bathhouse, and he sent us out here to do the thing, right? So
the task he set us was to find that his buddy.
Yeah, the Al-Tarak, the gladiator.
Al-Tarak, right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an image of the creature that you guys had originally fought, the ones who tried to steal, that they tried to steal things while you were fighting them.
They were punks.
Everything's punks to you guys, because you're first level. If they were anything but punks, you guys would cry. I can't believe he's putting up against 3-head dice monsters again.
We'll find. How about Lee is Hadia? Can she keep going?
I was actually going to ask about that. She had taken 10 points of charisma damage, but nothing to her HP. So she has the last thing I remember is peeling the dead skin flap off, had a sort of had left a sort of burn victim visage to it, and so she's at -1 to all rolls she makes until she heals. I'm not sure what that healing entails.
I think it's like a night of bed rest.
Works for me.
How's Akamuk?
Or magical healing, maybe, I think, because of what you rolled.
Okay, is okay.
I can believe it. Yeah.
He's close, but he can. In fact, I was gonna. Do we want to check this place up here before we move on?
Definitely think we should.
Okay.
Because if the little impings were up there, they may have hidden some stuff up there. One,
Right.
that could be valuable, but two, that could be a clue as to.
Got it.
While Hethan is looking over in that direction, Saad will kind of move this way and check down to the
Where the
right.
smashed up. That's where the smashed up statue is.
Okay, that's what that is. It's a smashed up statue. Okay.
It was a statue, now it's a smashed up statue.
Mhm.
Hethan,
And you already looked over it before.
yeah,
Okay.
they got some pieces of some valuable pieces out of the alabaster because it was also sort of veined with another rock, right?
Mm-hmm. And just because I wasn't here last session, just so I understand, did we come from the south or from the north?
From the north.
From those
We came
stairs
from
to the north.
We were heading south.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Akamuk and Hethan, you gain some aid from your companions. You scrabble up. It definitely seems like there's some tattered clothes, and you even think you see like one of the chitans that some of the women of Jehuti were wearing up above. Like maybe they've robbed out of the storehouse or something else, or they were down here and got it somehow. But you do see different piles and stashes of detritus around the outsides of this upper cave.
Let's take some time and search the area.
Yeah.
All righty then. Where the hell am I? Here I am. I'm looking for a statistic. So lots of times I don't roll anything until it's time. I don't know if it's because I'm lazy or because I suck, but it's one of those. All right, what you guys... Yeah. I suck and I'm lazy? Jesus.
Anything's possible.
Jesus, Stu. Galdal is suddenly stricken. Or Stu is actually suddenly stricken with the same thing Galdal has. No talkie, Stu. All right, so as you go through this stuff, that's what you find.
That's up in the alcove up there.
Okay.
What's in the flask? Is there water in? Is there liquid in there? Or?
You recognize it. It's actually marked, and you've seen this before. You're positive it's a healing potion that was likely crafted by priests or something to Khalifa.
Among the jewelry we found, are there any other like holy symbols that they stole from? I think?
No. You can quickly surmise that maybe they just like shiny metal things.
Is there any sign of more bloody footprints like we saw up in this area? Down here?
No, I don't know if you remember, but they kind of faded as they went over towards the statue. Like they were slowly getting lighter and lighter because it was just someone stepping through blood and gore.
Got it.
Owl lover, just play games, man. Just play games. That's what I say. It's not just do it anymore. It's just play games. That's the mantra at the Gamerhood. All right, what are you guys going to do now?
Should we head down to the south now?
Sure. Let's do it.
Yep, let's
Oh. How did I?
just keep going.
Okay. I had in front with Galdal. If
Hold it 1 second. I just realized. Oh, shit. I just realized that I'm cutting off the bottom of the chat because of the way I'm doing chat right now. So I gotta... There we go. There we go. Make some adjustments here. This thing is so beautiful. Thank you guys for helping me make such a wonderful game. It is truly a pleasure. All right, so you guys are heading down into the wild blue yonder. Or the dark gray. It does seem to be sloped a little bit. Galdal notices that. There is still this underlying smell of dampness, moist, that you would expect in any underground cave. Also, though, there is an underlying smell of death and decay. And the weeping is incessant. Almost like occasional sobs and
Is
a
that
wail.
just kind of echoing through the whole chamber, or is it kind of coming from the southern portion of that cavern, or can we get a pinpoint on its location?
Sometimes it feels like it's coming from your very mind. I don't think Hadia is like bent over anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of the my back symbol on there. So I got light on. It looks like I have light on Saad, Hethan, and Hadia. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think that was because I had a light previously in our last thing. I can kill my light if I need to, or I can light another torch. I'm sure at this point I would have to light a new one. And anyway,
It's up to you.
Anyway,
Would you like to?
I would prefer not to, so I can actually use my shield if we already have two people who have light behind.
All right. Hethan, are you fine with that?
Yeah, that's okay.
And Hadia's loving her part-time gig as a torchbearer, so she's a gold piece a day instead of 5 silver because she's got a lantern. She's a lantern bearer.
I'll remember that in your next Kalmata session when you try and lowball the torchbearers. All right. I should actually do a better job of keeping time, as I do have this awesome... Where the hell am I? As I do have this awesome Adventure Time card from Gathridge Manor, who just released Zine Quest 3 product, or on Kickstarter, so they didn't release it. On the other side, so this is laminated, so you can use your whatchamajiggers. I don't ever do it. I just look at it because I think it looks cool, and then I use dice to keep track of time. But like in a game like this, I don't do a very good job of it. I don't make you guys take rests and all that shit. But anyhow, carry on.
All right,
Galdal and Saad are leading the way there.
let's do this.
heading in.
So you can feel the chamber open up as much as you can see it. And in the center, it looks like a stat mat, and even the ceiling just kind of almost instantly slopes up to create this massive chamber that's dominated by a stagnate that's easily 25 feet in diameter at the ground level. You can see it as it goes up. Saad, Galdel, why don't you guys roll D6s? Nice. So Saad doesn't necessarily notice it, but Galdel, your dwarven eyes must be assisting you. You can see like some kind of giant worms kind of moving about on the central stalagnate. The worms look to be maybe 4 or 5 feet long, but they're heavily grayed, with this kind of mottled look, and it almost camouflages them. But on their faces, it looks like they have small hands or like tentacles.
I'm gonna hold my arm out and like push the guys back. How many are there?
You spot 2.
All right.
What is it that you see, Galdel?
And I kind of point and at the mound, like where I see the movement, and I'll reach down into my sack that is normally reserved for Yakim heads, and I'll grab the head of that the small creature that tried to take Hethin's holy symbol, and I'll just kind of lob that onto the top of the mound.
So there is no top; it's a stalagnate. So that means the stalactite at the top of the chamber has come down, and they've joined each other, and then it moves down into a stalagmite.
Got it. And so they are suspended sort of in the middle of the.
Yeah. So the bottom comes up, and then 25 feet in the air they meet, and then it spreads out again at the top. So it almost looks like a giant sand. What do they call it? Sand clock or a timer or something? Hourglass. Yeah. It looks like an hourglass, but it's made out of stone and limestone.
And sorry, but are the worms at the top or the bottom?
They're at the bottom.
Oh, okay, all right. And I just kind of chuck the head, kind of over here.
All right. Is that where you guys are? Looks like 2 people are occupying the same square. I think someone was just trying to bring some light in. I'm trying to give you a better visage here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Son of a... So you hit it, and those 2 immediately rise up and crawl towards the area.
Yeah.
But like I say, there
Him
may
throwing
be...
the head.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask if with him throwing the head, would I be able to see the worm creatures now? Like
Yeah. You can all see them.
Yeah. So as a monster, a person who has dealt with creatures of ilk before, do they recognize these creatures or what they could possibly do?
Sure. I think you do. So you guys all know what carrion crawlers are. You think that these are maybe related to that somehow, but they're not exactly carrion crawlers. These seem to be maybe a distant cousin because they're gray. They're underneath caves. They don't seem as big as what you would expect.
Okay.
So you do know that carrion crawlers don't usually hurt that bad, but they do have the ability to poison and paralyze their prey. So they're best taken care of from at a distance.
Mm-hmm. And there's just 2 of them that we see immediately, right?
Yep.
Does it look like they actually have burrows into the rock face there, or is it just that they're just kind of like scampering over the rock?
Now that you do think they have some burrows, but they might be in the upper portion on the stalagmite portion. What are you laughing about, Taylor?
Do we want to engage, or do we want to kind of skirt the place, next, hug the wall, and see what's on the other side?
That sounds nice.
We might
but I'm
be
not sure
able
about
to-
execution.
Yeah, we might want to take a position here, and those of us who have ranged weapons try to take them out quickly before we move on.
Anybody have extra oil?
I do.
I have 1 flask of oil.
Maybe create a flame barrier and we shoot from a distance.
I'm not gonna narrow my bow.
Yeah, I can unsling my sling, or unwind my sling, as it were.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do? So a few things that you should be able to pick up. These creatures can obviously like move about like as well as a spider or something like that. If their burrows are up above, they can obviously hang upside down, or they have some maneuverability for sure. Just want to make sure you realize that.
Galdell's idea of pouring some oil around in front of us, and then either Hethan or Hadia, if they start to move in too close, and light that if they, start to overwhelm us, and before that, basically just try to pick them off as best we can.
Does it take a flask of oil will cover 1 square?
Yeah,
Hobbs, is that right?
a 5 foot,
square.
5 by 5 square with 1 flask of oil. Correct.
Well, I've got 2 flasks of oil. We could do that,
And I
but
have
it's
one.
I have 1 left, so. But I've also got a lantern, so.
yeah. Saad, you guys are at the front rank leading this. What do you think?
Rather than cover a large surface area to try to, I don't know. I don't see something just to douse the ones we see, and then presumably smoke would rise and maybe draw a couple others out if they're up top.
So just hurl a flaming flask of oil as our opening volley and shoot them to bits.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Who doesn't have a ranged weapon?
I don't have a great one. I have a single hand axe I could throw, but
So the ceiling is still, kind of an arch ceiling at the maximum height of 12 feet. But it does open up after like this point about. So to hit where these guys are, you're going to have to at least be like in this rank right here, probably.
Is Hethan close enough to throw his flask of oil at them, or did he need to
Well,
get closer?
15 feet, it'd be the flask of oil. Right, 10, 20, 30 is what we use for flask of oil range, I believe. So these guys are 20 feet forward, and then they're probably 12 feet up. So what's the hypotenuse to that?
Half the distance, is that right?
No, it's a squared. It's a squared times b squared.
I don't know, man. I studied history, so
I'd say it's going to be about 30 feet from where you are right now.
So far.
Yeah, long range.
You said they were 12 feet in the air.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay, so that
I'm
means
trying to
they
shoot a couple
will
of
be-
arrows and
26.
Yeah.
so
Or
that-
to Gabriel's point, I don't know. Maybe we just try to just see if the head or other heads will be a distraction, and we go around. But I don't feel great about it.
Yeah. I'll kind of shrug and say, well, give me 2 flasks of oil. I'll try to move closer. Flask of oil, 2 flasks of oil, and a torch. I'll try to hit those, and then I can start running back with the rest of you firing. And I can always drop another one as if they're trying to chase me.
Math says they're
Okay.
about 25 feet away.
There you go.
nice, man.
Oh, I do have a crossbow.
All right. Well, I'll give a flask of oil to Saad as he prepares to make his.
Yeah, so I put my weapons away, and then I'll need one of the torches, or I can light my own torch again.
I'll give you my torch.
With this.
It's geometry, isn't
Well,
it?
we might need yours if I have to drop another
Triangles.
flask if they're
So
chasing
yes,
me, and I
technically
need
both.
you to light that, right? So
were you,
I'll light a
were you asking
torch.
me a question? I'm sorry.
No, I was talking to
Anyone who'd listen?
No, we're just chatting with
Story
Pepin
of my
about.
life.
Pepin and Saad
Yeah,
are having this
yeah.
confab
Yeah.
about how he's going to run there.
I like
Run
it.
up there like some sort of crazy.
What's-
I forget what
what's
forlorn
that?
hope.
What's Akamook doing during all this?
he has his arrow, his bow ready, just waiting for someone to signal him to shoot. He's eager
So
to
what
shoot
happened
the-
when Galdal threw the head? It like bonked up there and rolled down, and they came scurrying down towards it, or
Yeah, well, where it hit, the one kind of flared up like a cat arching its back, but it did it like almost like a cobra getting ready to strike. It came up, and you could see the tentacles kind of dangling, but there wasn't a mass of them. There might have been, but they were like shorter. And its mouth opened, and then they kind of milled around there, and then that makes some sense. They probably quickly scurried down. But you guys probably would have ran off when it did that, because it's almost going to bounce back to you guys, right? As it rolls down here.
Yeah, we probably would have backed up, like if it started heading back our direction.
Yeah, so you guys can go ahead and do that. You guys scurried back.
probably
and you're
no
like,
reason.
"Hey!"
Probably no reason for Saad to run up there now, right? Because the distance is much closer.
Sure.
Firing up
yeah.
there, and we'll blast them with whatever missile weapons we have.
All right, what are you guys going to do? I'll give you a first round because they seem pretty occupied. Well, what I should do is probably roll. That makes more sense. Let's roll some dice. All right, yeah, so they seem fairly occupied on what's going on. You can see like those feelers or those tentacles on their maw, just kind of piercing around like they have little hands on the end of them as they're like feeling over the skull, and they kind of bat at each other and back up off their heads. And all to the background of it, you hear this sobbing and weeping.
Yeah.
Stu hiding behind his own name.
It gives him a cover bonus.
I like it. What are you going to do?
So Saad will go ahead and put away his weapons and light a torch, and then he will move up to here to make an easy toss of oil followed by a torch.
So as Saad is like rearranging his equipment and making noise, pull his backpack off, jacking around, you can see the things, they stop from the sound. Their heads with the tentacles kind of flaring out like little snakes, feeling
Speaking.
at the air, and they kind of start edging towards you. You continue the motion?
Yeah, and I will kind of like whisper back to Hethan, who's behind me, of if they get too close, shoot them.
They're close enough. I shoot them now.
Yeah, as he turns back, you can see they kind of do something, and Saad isn't even looking. They start to rush forward. So whoever has missile weapons can fire.
Okay.
You have the torch out, and you're lighting it right now. Or you could light it if you want to.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and keep doing what I was doing. So I'm just lighting the torch and like.
I'll just
getting the
stand
oil
there
in my
without
eye.
anything. I'm only 3 feet away from these things. Nothing bad could ever happen there.
You know, that's what I said I was doing. So that's.
I threw a 1.
That's a nice roll.
Hit Saad in the back of his head.
AC 0. That's definitely a hit. How many hit points did I say these guys had?
Less than 4.
I think you said 2. If I remember right.
Hey! One of them lets out a pained squall. It overpowers even the sounds of the weeping as it dies and then curls up around the arrow or crossbow bolt, whichever it happened to be.
Rick Stevens says he's good to bump his Patreon if you TPK us in 5 minutes.
Who said that?
Patrick Stevens.
That's Hawk from my Sunday morning game, my cousin.
Thanks.
He just wants somebody else to get TPK'd other than him. He's also the artist for the zines that isn't Brasco.
Right.
I mean. All right, yeah, so Galdal whips his hand axe. Everybody else, oh, you hit, though, too. I'm going to say all 5 of those went to the same one. Cruised past it, and that crossbow bolt thunked into it. And that sound happens. Is anyone moving? You're going to light your torch?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, did you move backwards? You can be wherever you want.
I didn't move again. I just moved back from where we had.
All right.
I mean, I probably would actually stay where I'm at.
Okay, good. Good, I'm glad to hear it. Is anyone else, no one's moving, no magic, nothing?
No, that doesn't sound like any of that.
All right, so the one is not happy. And it may be that sound seems to have gotten it fired up. Comes forward.
Did an initiative or?
Yeah, it probably should be. That should be a surprise round. We'll do that for you. All right, let's start with Hadia.
All right.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Saad.
It's fine. I do have a question. Can I, when it comes to combat turn, can I just attack with the torch?
Yes.
Like as a weapon?
Yes. All right, so you see more of them came from the other side of the stalagmite. This one attacks Saad, crawls up, and you can see the tentacles seeking to attack.
What?
All right, these tentacles all slap at you. What's your AC?
4.
AC 4. Okay, so only one of them hits, and it kind of slathers on, and you can almost immediately feel like an anesthetic feel, but you kind of look down where it was, and you can see some blood kind of come off like scratches from the tentacle, but you don't feel it at all. All right. Thanks, Jeff C. I appreciate that, man. All right. You can still hear that weeping, and kind of as these creatures come forward, that hissing and slavering. You can also kind of hear some uncomfortable cackling echoing around this chamber.
Is it interrupted with the weeping, or is it
Mm-mm.
is it distinct from the weeping?
Distinct.
Okay.
Your guys' turn.
Then I'll fire a sling over Galdal's head.
I'm gonna fire at this one.
Okay. Are you throwing your sling at this one or the one in combat? Oh, both of you guys are shooting at this one, right?
Yeah, because
All right.
Dodd's a little big and I can't shoot over him.
Okay. You could. You just have to take a penalty. Galdal's reloading.
Nice.
Ooh, Akamu.
Galdal's gonna get out his short sword. He threw his one hand.
So, Akamuk, the unsavory sniper, snipes one of these creatures.
Do I need to move with their
Yeah.
size to
Yeah.
hit it? Okay.
Yeah.
Just gonna kind of. All right.
Yeah, and I will strike out with the torch against the one that immediately attacked me.
All right, both of you guys can attack it.
I'm just gonna roll my sword attack, but it's obviously for a torch on a sword.
Mm-hmm.
AC 4.
I think Galdal, are you attacking as well? Oh, that definitely
Yeah.
missed.
Missed. Yeah.
All right, so what I normally do is like the same as a club, which is a D4, but there's a chance for it to catch fire if it has anything that could actually catch fire. But if you roll like a 1 or a 20, it breaks the torch. Or probably it could possibly just roll. Just go ahead and roll a D4.
Roll a D4. Okay.
Yeah.
2.
2, he said.
Do you have a strength adjustment?
Oh, on my yeah, I have a
Damage.
strength +1. So, oh yes. So it'd be +1 for strength. If that's what I didn't realize that was what I was rolling. It's a damage roll. Then it'd be 3.
Okay. You guys can see the bar. Nope. Doesn't look like you can see the bar. There you go. Pretty cool. This game is pretty cool that it lets us do all these things. All right. Anyone else? Hadia, are you doing anything?
Hadia is holding her position. She's thinking about her oil flask, but then also thinking about not wanting to accidentally douse her friends.
Okay. So the one is kind of crawled up on Saad's leg, we're going to say, and you guys are trying to like knock it off and fight it off. So, all right. So it is initiative round 2. You lost, Taylor, so I think we're going to move to Aaron. Aaron in the foxhole.
Got a 4 simultaneous.
Oh, simultaneous. Love it. Is anyone moving?
I'm gonna move. I can move 30, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You can't move 6. No. Because don't you have heavy armor on?
I've got chain.
Yeah, so you could probably move like
It's my move 20.
20.
5, 10,
Yeah, chain is heavy.
20. Guess I could get to there.
Okay. Anyone else moving?
Yeah, he's gonna move.
If this
Can
thing's on
he shoot over Galdal? This one?
Yeah, no one's in combat with it, but it's going to move 2 and movements first, so it's going to be in combat before, so you're going to have to take the penalty if you don't want to hit anyone. When Hethan moves forward, though, he spots something skittering out of the shadows.
They move that fast.
This guy's the worst.
You can. I'll let you fire at one of those guys as they come running up, though.
Okay, so I'm gonna move like there. I'll take a step forward and shoot that direction when they are rushing at Hethin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes.
Good hit. Ooh. So as one of them comes rushing up, what happens to him?
He stumbles forward, face forward with an arrow in his face.
The cackling sound is audible as these guys come lurching down off of a raised area.
The vegan zombies.
Egombies. Back, you
Vegan,
fiends.
fall back.
Well, you know they're not going to eat you. One of them is wounded. The one in the back. It almost seems like these creatures are used to the other creatures fighting and paralyzing people, and then they would come in and try to finish them off. They're cackling and kind of bouncing around with glee, slavering with their over-wide jaws full of too many teeth.
These are the creatures. These creatures are laughing, the cackling that we heard in the cavern.
Yeah, the other ones, the little big-headed imps, they're just kind of like bouncing around on their legs because they're much smaller. These guys are man-sized with the long talons and the overextended abdomens. All right, so the Saad is actually being attacked by all these little mottled slugs are crawling up over top of him.
And it's simultaneous, right?
It is, yeah.
So can I go and tell you what I'm going to do, and then
Yes.
you can obviously do your attacks too.
Yes.
So I'm just going to slam the oil flask that I have in one hand down in this space here, and then immediately drop the torch as the creatures are like crawling over me, just trying to at least like torch this.
Hold off those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to be, I mean, they moved, so they're actually kind of in melee range, but you could like smash the guy with it, or like you say, you could just pour it on the ground right there or smash it down too, however you want to do it.
Yeah, basically I figured like as he's running towards me and then this creature is like crawling up me, he just kind of like jumps back and just throws it down and throws the torch down behind it as he like leaps back.
That's fine. All right, make a saving throw versus paralysis.
All right.
Oh. So Saad throws down that thing and the torch and starts to fall back, and you can see these creatures are all over him. Oh yeah, you can use a weird point if you'd like to roll that, sir.
Weird points work. It's just a reroll.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
I will use a weird point. I will use a weird point to reroll. Come on. No.
Is our lover in your group?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
in my D&D.
All right. I thought when you called him Awa, I was like, does he know this guy, or is he just like feeling pretty comfortable with him? I didn't know. All right. So, so you throw down the thing. I'm going to let the light, glare up as it's almost falling out of your stiffening hand. Hand becomes turgid as the torch falls out of it, and flames start to lick up around the feet of the Vejambi. You can, I will let you burn a point of wisdom to take another roll at the saving throw if you'd like, as you try to overcome it.
Temporary loss or permanent loss?
Someone apparently is using a sand grinder in my garment once.
What's that? You would probably be able to
I apologize.
eventually heal from it.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and use the wisdom point to try again.
All right. I should probably make you stay. You'd have to, like next turn. Every turn you can do it to have an extra roll. I'm going to give you to get another saving throw. Otherwise, it's going to go the length of time that you'd normally take from it. But I don't like save or suck, so I usually give you stuff to do each round.
Do you want me to go ahead and do it now?
No, you can't do it yet. It'll be next turn.
Okay.
Because otherwise, you're looking at 8 rounds of paralysis.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is still way better than a carrion crawler, which paralyzes for turns.
Yeah. Sounds good. I will be right back 1 second while you.
No problem. Does anyone else want to make some attacks as the flames lick up around this guy? You haven't drawn any fire in yet, Gabriel? What the?
Can Hethan try to turn the vegan hobbies?
Well, you would have done that before melee. Magic comes before melee, you son of a biscuit.
I'm going to smash the torch into the face of the little guy.
I'll let you do it if you would like to. But I mean, the reason I don't want to is because it's kind of like going backwards now. I should have called off magic.
Yeah, no. Well, we didn't know. We went into movement, right? And then they kind of came rushing forward out of the shadows. That's fine. I'll just do it next round.
Yeah, it goes movement.
Smash that torch.
Missiles, magic, melee. That's.
I wrote it down somewhere.
In a dungeon.
Somewhere.
All right, go ahead. You can attack. You're gonna attack the little guy on your to your west.
Hitting him with the torch in the face.
Oh, that hits.
Hits AC 2. What's a torch? A D4?
Yep.
3 points.
All right. Roll a D20, Stu.
10.
All right. So I feel like this guy has some remnants of clothes on, and they're smoldering. All right,
his Tarzan pants on fire. Yeah, I'm gonna reach in and try to slice at one of these things on Saad.
Okay.
AC 9.
Yeah, that's a miss. I had to think about it for a second.
Are they attached to Saad?
They're not like attached to him. They are crawling on him, though.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Did
crawling
they have
on
to
him.
touch his bare skin to give the paralytic effect?
You're guessing so. It seems like it, yeah. They do kind of excrete something as they're moving around, like slugs almost. But they are pretty fast.
Mhm.
All right. Is
I
that
do
everybody?
have like fur on me too. So
Idea, you got anything?
This place would be like the arms and stuff.
You have what?
I said, no, I'm sorry. I was just saying as far as like the if they have to touch bare skin. I was saying the Saad did have like furs and stuff on him. So basically, the only exposed real flesh would be like on his arms.
Well, I think they crawled underneath there. No, I'm just
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not gonna get. I'm not gonna get there. They are now inside your pants.
Yeah.
I can cast Hold Portal on his fly with help.
I was just adding to the description because of what Hethan was asking about.
No problem. All right. So what happens now? Are we done? Is everyone gone? Are we casting Hold Portal on his breeches? No.
I missed the magic phase. I have to do it next turn.
Okay. Akamuk, you actually already attacked this round, so I think
Yeah,
these guys are going to do their melee attacks now. So, all right. All right, as one of these dudes in front of Hethan attacks, the other one goes for Akamuk, but he is on fire from the torch, the light going on. So roll a d8. Four. All right, yeah. So the fire is kind of creeping up around him, but it happened so fast. He had already attacked Hethan and Saad. So no dex bonus, Saad, for your AC. Oh, no. So this dude did smack Saad a good one. This is the second 20 against Saad this round. 3 points of damage on Saad, but this dude is definitely on fire. I'm on fire! I'm on fire!
That was from the zombie here?
Yeah. I kind of marked him, but you can't really tell because it's hidden by this thing that's crawling
I see. He is on
him.
fire.
I'm on fire! All right, so in Hethan, you are well prepared because you've seen this before. The little imp guy, he's actually like, instead of attacking you with his claws, he's like leafing through your belt pouch.
Trying to get a claw at my belt. All right.
Yeah, looks like he's trying to pick your pocket like the little scumbag imp that he is. All right, so I think that's a pretty fun round. There's a lot of shit going on in this combat. we just need something to attack you guys from behind, and then we'd be all set.
I think we're fine as is.
Right.
Yeah, I think
Aaron?
I think it's...
You did not lose initiative. Round 3. Beat a 1, sir.
Simultaneous.
Oh, simultaneous.
Yeah, that's how we like it.
Is anyone moving?
No, but I'm casting
I
magic.
can't
Okay.
until when do I do my save versus paralysis again?
I think it would be...
Is that in movement or?
Why don't we call that magic round? Let's try to remember that. We'll say I added it to the house rules.
Okay.
Akamuki's moving.
All right, move.
Gonna move there.
Ooh, so this guy was actually trying to shift around Hethan at the same time. So you can go there because he was moving up to go around Hethan, and you kind of stopped him from that. But Hadia, you can still get over there if you want. Because it's the same round, right? All right. Anyone else moving? No missiles?
No.
Magic.
That's a burn of a wisdom, and then just another save versus paralysis.
Yep. Oh, success. All right, so you fight it off, Saad. You are no longer paralyzed.
But for this round, it is still obviously magic round, like magic turn, right? So can I still attack?
No, that.
Or...
Yeah, I think I'll let you go this round because you fought it off this round through your force of massive will. You have a wisdom of 17. Oh no, you need a 14. Oh, it's a saving throw. Never mind. I gave you a saving throw. Yeah, that doesn't matter. All right, Pool, perfect.
My wisdom is 9, but
a 4 is probably not going to do anything.
Unsuccessful.
Yeah, so
they've seen me before in my life. Thirst for my blood.
Nice job. You got a little applause there for the making the success there. But you are surrounded by these creatures, so that's a little scary. All right.
Yeah.
So it seems like there is some kind of weird ecology because these creatures actually crawl off of Saad thinking he's paralyzed and go on to the next nearest person. They jump into Galdal's beard.
Well, since they're jumping off of me, do I have enough time to like pull my sword from my sheath to try to hit one as it's leaping across, like for the combat attack?
Sure. They're still going to get their attack in, but you could certainly chop one down.
Sure. Well, it's simultaneous, right? So yeah.
Simultaneous, yeah. So as far, why don't you roll a d8, Saad? Oh, 7. So this guy goes screaming off on fire. Oh! And then his flaccid skin just kind of sloughs off and he crumbles to the ground.
Nice.
The fire that was there apparently sticks to him, and he's a goner. All right. You guys could say you slashed at him as he ran off as well, but it's not going to matter. So, Stu, what are you attacking? One of these creatures as it jumps over?
Yeah. Yep.
The wounded one?
Injured one, yeah.
Is that what Saad's attacking as well, the injured one?
Yeah, one of the ones that jumped off of me, I didn't specify. So yeah, as it jumps away, then I'm able to like feel my arm again and like swing out as it jumps in the air and strike it with AC -2 for 8 damage.
Ooh, does it do any of those hit? Saad or Galdal?
I'm AC 3.
That's the 17.
AC 4.
Yeah, they don't hit you, Saad. They all attack Galdal. So Galdal, make a saving throw versus paralysis.
Success.
Nice. Success. Thinking, though, that you are going to be affected, this dude comes in here to attack you. So everyone can melee. I guess you guys already did pretty much. Gabriel missed attacking the imp, I'm assuming. Saad attacked. Everyone's attacked. All right, so this one guy's attacking. So we got an imp, or as I call him, a fiend, is attacking Akamuk. One is attacking Hethan, and one is attacking Galdal, thinking he would be paralyzed.
Can Hadia knife one of the critters on Galdal?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, cool. Hadia will try to knife one of the creatures on Galdal. She'll hit AC 1 for 2 damage.
All right. So she kind of picks up his beard and slices it off.
Whoa.
Ah.
Creature, not his beard.
No, his beard. No, I'm just kidding.
Are you even a dwarf anymore now? A short man.
Not the beard.
Oh, like Hawk isn't messing around. He wanted to be able to give me crap on the Twitch because he knew I wasn't manning the YouTube, so he came over here to try and heckle me. I like it. Heckle away.
Well, he's all up in the Facebooks too, so he's like doing double duty, I think.
Triple duty if he's all three.
He wants to sing you a Van Halen song.
Oh, I wonder which one it is.
I'm on fire. I don't know that one.
This is awesome. I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are as well. Let's move on to round 4. Stu is exactly moderate and continue.
5.
Number 4 beat of yes, a 6. I mean, dang it, a 6.
Oh, sucks for you guys.
So these guys are all attacking the same people. First one is Akamuk. Second one is Hethan. Third one is Galdal.
At least all the.
Is this guy still
dead.
burning?
Yeah. No, it would go out after 2 turns. Or 2 rounds, sorry. Everybody misses,
Okay.
so let's see what happens. Your guys' turn.
I'm gonna drop my torch and club this guy in the face with a mace.
Mace him.
I'm gonna leap forward and strike that guy.
So is Galdal, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Attacking the imp. Oh, I can't hit anything.
Jesus. Hitting like a truck.
That thing's got to be dead.
Yeah, it is dead.
5 and 8.
So
-2 damage.
oh, nothing's just quite close enough for Saad to attack. Do you have a thrown weapon? No.
I can throw my sword.
Okay. Is it
No. I could.
I'll let you throw it at disadvantage as your cleave if you'd like. Like, the old
Okay, sure. Yeah. So he strikes and then he throws his scimitar at.
A scimitar,
Yes.
even? That's almost worse.
He's close. It's not like I'm throwing it a long distance. Like
If he rolls a 1, does it boomerang back around?
No, I think it breaks on the stalagmite.
fair enough.
AC 12, was that a 1? No, it was a 6.
It's a 6.
All right, but you don't have your weapon, and it clangs off of the stalagmite. The weeping intensifies. Lost your scimitar. I'm just kidding. It doesn't say that. All right. Akamuk missed as well, right? Is Hadia doing anything?
She's chilling right now.
I like the ash smoke that's coming off of the downed one. It's nice. All right, sounds like we are on to round 5. And Stu, you, sir, are up. Oh, there you go. Anybody moving? Missiling, magicking, meleeing, meleeing, meleeing.
I will pull out my sling and attack that guy.
Oh, all right, that's missile. He is in melee though, so you either take a -4 or you have a chance of hitting him. Your compadres.
That's fine.
I think he's making fun of you, Elliot, talking about Saad.
Talking about scan.
He's like, what? I can see the Twitch
nice.
right now.
I was reading the thing.
Alright.
AC 8.
That just misses. He says, you missed me by that much. I'm just kidding. He doesn't say anything. He just likes,
Did Hethan's torch go out when he dropped it? Or do I need to roll?
Yeah, roll, even or odd.
I'll take odd.
All right. Make sure you roll an even number of dice, even-sided number of die, an even-sided die.
Looks okay, right? So
Yep.
I'm going to attack with my ace again against the Ombi.
The
It's AC 5 or 2.
Vegombi. Smash. Hethan smash. Galdal, did you attack?
I did. I missed the
All right. We got
vegan
this.
zombie thing.
We got this. I think he's a vegetarian. Or a veganarian, even better. Akamuk.
AC 3 on the Fiend.
Oh shit, that's a hit.
Or
Yep.
damage.
All right, it seems like suddenly everything quiets. Once more, the sound of sobbing. You guys didn't even get hurt, did you?
Holy sad.
Only on the inside.
I mean, describe being hurt. I burned a wisdom, but yes.
Ah, who cares about that?
Should we do a pincer movement?
I definitely go immediately to collect my sword.
Pick up your scimitar,
Over here.
sir.
Yeah, grab the hand axe.
I rifle through the pockets of the impling to make sure it did not get anything from our good buddies here.
Oh, yeah. So you see a few coins fall out of its hand.
And those things are like kleptomaniacs.
Oh, those. There's a research here, right?
Looks
Yes.
like it.
Yeah, that's where the vegan zombies came from.
Okay. I sheath my sword, put an arrow on my bow, and start slowly circling the stalagmite.
We prefer the term stalagnate in this situation.
Stalagmite.
All right. What's everyone else doing? They don't really have pockets
moving
per
up
se.
behind-
Yeah, so you can't
I'm
really.
moving up behind Akam. But to be fair, I also don't think I have a torch anymore, right? Because I used it to burn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gone. So you can spend another one if you'd like. You light it up and go up there. Awesome to see everyone here at the Twitch. Kustash, Hawk from the Gamerhood, Player, Awa Lover, Jeff C,
like Owl,
1971. All you guys, thanks for engaging. We love it. We can't get it. Rat Ward, my man. Jason Weeb, Gaming and BS. Thank you so much. Who we got in the Facebook, Aaron?
Just Hawk.
All right, nobody special then. Just kidding. Thanks for showing up, Patrick Stevens. What about the YouTube, Stu?
Patrick showed up over there as well.
That's it.
We have 4 other people watching, but they
Nice.
were quiet up to this point.
Hey guys, happy to see you
Don't
over
forget
there.
to hit like and subscribe.
Whose wife?
Yeah. He said hit like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's. I was getting to that. Hit subscribe, everyone. Hit follow. Hit subscribe. Hit the notifications. You'll know when we go online. I also wanted to say hey to Trevlin Hart. I didn't get to that in earlier, so thanks everybody for being here. We appreciate it. Feel free to blow up sounds or just do what you do. Blow up this chat room. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk to us. Talk to the players. It's all good. We appreciate you being here. I agree. So now what are you guys doing? So go ahead, Saad and Akamuk can move over there. What about Hadia, Hethan? What are they doing? Or Galdal?
Hadia would like to step down a bit below the in this kind of area here. That is a rise, so there's something above up here.
Yes. So at the
Okay.
top there, it's probably about 8 feet, and then it peters down the farther south you go. You can see at
Okay.
the farthest reach of the light that it actually appears to be level ground with
Okay.
what you're on down here.
Like a ramp.
Yeah, the ramp goes up this way.
I'll go with Hidia and keep you safe.
Galdal, what are you doing about your cut beard? Is that
I am not.
canon or not?
I mean, it can be. It's kind of funny. Obviously, Galdal's not happy about it, but I think he's gonna keep his eye on the prize though and focus. I think what he wants to do is, while people are looking around, I want to bend down over these paralyzing worms, and I want to slide my short sword underneath each one and kind of step on its head with my boot and try to squeeze some of the goo onto the sword.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
So, I think why don't we do the Arsonian attempt here? 2d6 modified or no modification. High is good, low is bad. Doubles are
Gary and Dave shed credit on the white boss.
Ooh, 11.
all right.
But as things advanced, their relationship was on the rocks.
You guys can't hear it, but it's
Maybe
good.
less people know his name, but he revolutionized war games with the first fantasy campaign.
It's
Turn the
Artisan
sound on for a
by
second.
TJ.
Artisan.
It's a pretty good song.
I totally
TJ Drennan.
unmuted the thing just to hear it.
It's really good, isn't it? It's pretty good. I hope you liked the Rat Ward. Thanks. I mean, maybe I should make that one more expensive because it's so it can't be played too often. Pretty soon, all the channel is going to be is people playing the sweet music from TJ Drennan and my silly words. These are the days of high adventure. All right. So where are we at? Yeah. So I think that you got enough to squeeze out. You think there's enough that you could actually maybe apply some more stuff? Why don't you roll a D4?
Alright.
A 1. So I guess only one thing can be applied. You get enough
Okay.
for one, but obviously it's probably not going to affect undead.
Sure. Yep. Well, I'll maintain it. Keep the goo in the sheath of my short sword and save it, and switch to my hand axe for now. Take it out when I need it.
Okay. So as you, Hadia and Hethan, they go up this ramp area up here.
Well, yeah, we're kind of moving down to the south, I think, right, Hadia?
Yep, I was moving slowly southward, kind of keeping a little bit of distance.
Hey, why don't we?
Keeping a little bit of distance.
Why don't we go ahead? Everyone seems to be jetting out anyway. It's 8:30. Why don't we take our break? Everyone's deciding it's break time, so let's take that break.
Okay.
Okay.
So, break.
The DA series. That might be silly. Rat word. What is DA again? Got it. I feel very dumb having not recognized those initials despite listening to the song. So, yeah, literally just now. So. Talking about Dave Arneson. All right.
So let's see in chat of how are y'all liking the game so far? Well, it was almost Joe Deadly there for a second.
Yeah.
Did we go on break after I stepped away?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Jason couldn't conceive of moving on without you, so
Yeah, that makes sense.
something about you being the target of an attack. I didn't hear him. I was interacting with the chat. I'm going to refill my pace car since I have the opportunity.
All right. Elmo 90, thanks for the cheer, buddy. I appreciate it. So I was thinking while I was refreshing my drink that Stu had such a good roll. I don't think he was properly rewarded by just a D4 on that roll. So what I want to do, I guess he's not here. I'll wait until he gets here. Everyone
back.
else? Oh, you're back. So what I think I'm going to do is, not only did you coat your weapon like a translucent membranous sack was squeezed out, so instead of it just being empty goo, it looks like the sack that contains the goo is there.
Oh, all right.
Because I think your roll was too good, and then you kind of got, I almost made you double, so I almost kind of double dipped against you there. I'm going to shift that over and just give you this other thing.
Okay. Sack of carrion goo.
Yeah, so you might want to put paralytic on there. So I think because it's like that, over time, you can examine it. And so maybe not during this session, but I think you might be able to like throw it and then it would break on someone and maybe create an issue.
Okay. All right. So
Or
it's
maybe I
one
should
to-
let you tell me that.
1 dose on the sword, plus I have a sack of goo.
Right. Yeah, why don't you just
Cool.
write that down and then you can experiment later, but that's my
Yeah.
initial thoughts.
That's cool. Thanks, yeah.
All right. It's pretty cool. We got Uruguay, Poland, West Coast, East Coast, the Gulf, Midwest. I don't know if we have any other countries. Ratward, where are you at? Just waiting on Aaron and Stu. All right, so but it looks like we do have. Oh, Akamuk isn't here. Oh, but we do have Hadia. Were you gonna go up there on top of that? We'll just say Heffin's with you as you go up there. You want to continue that? You want to do that on that side? I'll move Heffen over to follow you if you'd like. So Heffen is with you.
Sure. Pausing a little bit to take in our surroundings.
So you don't see any. It seems like the creatures seem to nest up in the upper portions of the stalagnate. But you do see. It looks like Heffen can spot like some kind of nesting up along this ramp up here.
Mm.
It also looks like you can see some nesting back over in here. Like scat. I mean, I don't know if there'd be scat because they're like undead, but there's some stuff around.
Ghoul pies. Zombified fecal.
Yeah, I just don't think that they eat and then kick stuff out, so why do they even eat, I guess, would be the question. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just kill things. Oh, hey, that's your buddy. Did you get to choose them, or was it a rando, Elliot?
That one actually was just out to random. It happened to be,
nice. Thank you so much for doing that. I hope that's appreciated. It's not a well-known fact. Faux show, Hawk from the Gamerhood. Faux show. All right, so we're only waiting on Stu. Are you back? It's Gabriel that's missing.
Yeah.
So there's 2 of me. I see now. Okay, so what are Hardia and Heffen going to explore, if anything?
Yep. I wasn't paying close attention to the Discord, Aaron, when you sat back down. So what Hobbs was saying, down to the southwest here, we see a little bit of what appear to be nests, and then the same can be seen up this way.
Yeah, I think there's going to be like some random detritus and maybe bits of bone and stuff up there along that ramp. But in the southwest corner, it looks more like piles of leaves or something.
See anything moving in there?
No.
Maybe I'll sling a sling stone in there and see if we disturb anything in the pile of leaves.
It like snaps in there and you don't see anything. Your torches, glow dully in the cave, and the sound of sobbing, incessant and maddening.
Is it loud? Is it louder here? The sobbing?
No. So Akamuk and Saad, you spot a narrow cavern edging off towards the west, and there's also those nests up inside the stalactite above.
The leafy nest?
No. You think that might be where the slitherers came from?
Right.
Do the nesting over on the east side, did those nests look more like the stalagnate nesting?
Well, you can't see that. All you can see is like burrows up in the stalactite.
Burrows. Got it.
Yeah, so you see burrows up there, and over here it just looks like a bunch of debris and rock, but amongst it you can see like rags and bits of bone.
Okay.
Over here, like I say, it almost looks like a bunch of crumpled parchment maybe, but then flattened out.
So that's the
No, so this
that's the pee pad for the undead puppy.
Maybe. Hethan approaches and it kind of crackles beneath his feet. And that's when you realize this is likely molded skin from the skin takers, or I don't know what you guys were calling them. The curtains, the skin curtains.
Does it look
And they're like dried and cracked and
Yeah. Hold it a second, Gabriel. Yeah, they look dried and cracked. You think about that, and I'll ask Gabriel what he wants to do. What's your question, Gabriel?
Yeah, sorry. Does the passage to the west looks like it's going down?
No, it stays about that level, but it does look like this part here rises up. So this chamber in here is probably 40 feet tall. It kind of goes up in like a cone, almost not a cone, but like a cylinder almost, with the stalagmite down the center of it. But you can see that it rises up right there. Like this passage ends, but there's an opening like 10 feet higher over here. Know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Okay. So Galdal, I haven't heard what you're doing. What are you doing?
Well, the light kind of went away. I was gonna take a brief look. Did anybody actually look to see if like this goes up at a different incline?
It does. It's a ramp. It's a ramp up from where you are.
And is there a visible wall that stops there, or does it keep going? I couldn't tell. Let's see.
You ask idea, yeah.
Yeah, bring that thing just a little bit closer.
hold it a little higher.
Yeah, it looks like there is a wall there. Okay.
And Hadia would like to, following behind, obviously, correct, but as we move through this falderall, I kind of kick stuff a little bit aside, unearth a little bit. Is that what we locate up that way? Or?
It is.
Awesome.
Hethan, what are you doing over here?
Well, when I realized that they're those skin curtains, I'm a little apprehensive, but is that all that's there? Just like these broken sheets of skin? And
some of them seem really, really fragile, and they just like kind of break off into dust or little pieces. But some of them seem fresher, and they seem kind of like hard and mottled on one side, but you can like tow them over. But underneath, it kind of seems to have like a shifting or shimmering kind of ooze.
I burn them all with my last flask of oil.
All right. So there's a fire over in the corner as Hethan freaks out on something else. Hethan dumps out his flask of oil and lights it up with a torch. All right. Now what? Akamuk and Saad, are you guys going to go deeper into that corner?
I will look at Akamuk and we better keep up a position up here. Keep a lookout, but not move much deeper in.
So as you guys can see, the hall kind of ends, but like 10 or 12 feet above, there's like an area above up there.
For the fire, Gabriel.
Good job, Gabriel. You can always count on you, buddy.
It wasn't me this time.
Oh, wasn't you?
Oh, nice.
It's Taylor's.
Taylor's fire. Nice.
All right. Taylor's sitting on
Studying
a
at the-
Guinness doing little arts.
Studying at the foot of the master. The grill wizard.
The metal god. Grill wizard.
I call it still life, Gabe's backyard.
I'm gonna climb here.
Okay,
This ledge.
do it.
Is it very high, or is it another one of these 6?
No, this one, it's almost like 12 feet up,
Bit higher.
all along.
Oh, it's
yeah.
quite high.
Yeah, it shifts between 10 and 15 feet. And as Akamut can see, there's a tunnel that leads off away from it. But up in this corner is more like natural kind of a lair. And you can see like there's different things, like maybe an old rug that looks similar to like a rug that you had seen up above in Dejuti's area. And amongst that is a silver candelabra.
Nice. Does the rug has any traces of blood or
Did you say places of love? Boom chicka bow wow.
traces of blood?
Traces of love. That's even a different question.
That's it. That's even.
No, it actually kind of has that smell of
Everything's
decay,
possible.
like maybe something was layering in it or rolled up in it or something. Are you gonna like kind of cut it apart and look through it all, or
No, just gonna
shift it?
put it. Yeah, just
Spread it out.
spread it out. Spread it out. Thank you.
Yeah, I think maybe you'll find some more stuff that was secreted within it as you spread it out up there. The people below can't really quite see you, but there's just enough light kind of reflecting off the cave above, because the ceiling above you is maybe only 6 feet high or so. So you find like some more rando like pieces of silverware or small like semi-precious gems that are like cut on one side but ragged on the other, like maybe they once decorated something and then were like pulled out or something. 50 GP worth of that stuff. The sobbing is incessant and maybe more emphatic as you continue through these tunnels.
Idea will try to follow up.
You guys can all scrabble up there. You're not under any pressure or anything, and you can help each other, so you can make it up. But it is short here.
If Galdo wants to take point, I'm behind him.
Yep. Got it.
So you see, like, where you're kind of going down a little bit, it slopes down once again here. But there is a raised area up here. But it kind of slopes down beneath it here, off to the side. A perfect ambush position. But from where you were, you could see up there kind of at the edge of your light, and you didn't spot anything.
As we move past, saw a motion to Akamuk of like pointing up, of like up top.
Like climb up there and take advantage point.
And he kind of like motions as we like move, like we'll move around, like go up top.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
so fast.
Looks like another statue.
Yeah, it does look like there's another statue up there when Akamut climbs up. It was kind of hidden around the corner and out of the light until you got up there. You couldn't quite see it.
Looking at it.
Oh, I go heaven up.
Is it the
There's
same
another-
kind of?
There's another statue for you to smash.
Is it another-
Hey, old golden hen. Sorry, I got to say thank you. Really appreciate the cheer, my man. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you, brother. Go ahead, Aaron.
Is it another one of those Rodashan women?
And it froze.
Yeah, that's what you would say. Yeah.
I don't trust it, but I don't have detect magic anymore. I cast it already.
Okay.
Dia can help.
Do you
I have detect
magic?
magic.
Can you see it with the true sight? Khalifa?
I cannot, but I can imitate. I can imitate. Brain shut down for a second there.
I saw that happen. Real time.
Reboot.
I can imitate all of your magic and do it anyway. No, sorry. Go ahead.
Yep. I lack the vision of Khalifa, but I can imitate her sight through the lens of an arcanist. So, Hadia.
Hadia moves
Go ahead.
up. Her face scarred and glistening in the torchlight as it secretes from the 5th degree burns that she had. Are you going to cast detect magic up there?
I want to take a look. Does it look like it's the same material as the other? The same kind of mixed, almost an alloy and stone?
Yes.
Okay.
It seems
will
like
go
the
ahead.
same material, but it might be like in a slightly different position. Before it looked like almost like a flight or something, but now it almost seems like a kind of looming visage. And even now, without casting detect magic, it just doesn't have the serenity that it once had. It certainly has kind of a more moody or menacing feature to it.
I rub my hand across its cheek. Is it cold?
It is cold, and you feel like the sobbing pauses. But then it continues like a hic.
I will.
Below, why you think below, it seems like now that it's sloped down, the ground kind of slopes back up when it passes this area. So like, when you're up by where Hethan is, it's almost the same height. So Hethan can see almost straight into the eyes of the statue, but that ground sloped down to where Saad and Galdal were, and then it slopes back up on the other side.
I will tell Hethan that I don't need I don't need sight greater than my own to see that this is abominable. This is an abominable thing. Hadia is convinced that there is a spirit trapped in this creature. In this, there's a living thing that's trapped in this statue. And I'll tell him that I think this may be the origin of some of the wailing that we hear.
Is the crying coming from one distinct voice, Hobbs, or does it sound like different voices, the weeping and the wailing?
You probably think it's one distinct voice.
Okay.
So as you guys are up there, Heffin's in the back watching what happens to Akamuk and Hadia. But as Saad and Galdal move through, they see that there's like a dugout area down here in the flat. And within that area, so it's probably about, a 3 foot by 3 foot, and then it's just like a half or even like a quarter of a half of a hemisphere or a quarter of a globe dug in. And inside there's like an old bronze bowl. And within it, it seems like bits of offerings, including like coins and small pieces of jewelry and these semi-precious stones that you've seen in other areas. So it looks like Galdal and Saad, you haven't put your hands in there, you haven't done anything. You've spotted this stuff down there by a fantastic passive perception roll from your GM. That's a complete lie. But what's Hadia and Akamuk? So Hadia has been kind of talking loudly back to Heffen, 20, 30 feet away as she was explaining this to him.
Tempted to put an offering in to see what happens, as opposed to take it. But what do you guys think, or what are y'all doing up there with the statue?
Well, I'm sort of biding my time to let the other guys have a chance with it before I push it off the ledge and destroy it. And if Galdal's tempted to make some sort of offering to this heretical idol, I would not be about it.
That's not a warning either. Dun, dun, dun.
Not a warning. It's just like
I'm not trying to show reverence to it. Maybe the weeping will stop. Maybe any number of other things might happen.
Yeah.
So Hadia says there's someone trapped inside the statue. Does it mean that by destroying the other statue, Hething has killed someone, an innocent one?
Perhaps
killed
not.
The demon, if anything.
Yeah.
No, that's what Hakimug is asking Hadia.
Perhaps not killed, but freed.
I toss a gold piece in the bowl.
All right. King kind of rolls around the edge and kind of makes that crystal sound. And like settles amongst the other offerings below. Almost instantly, you can kind of hear the rustling sound of chainmail from further down the hall.
Oh. It's arms.
Whoever comes.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I was going to say that.
All right.
The hell with this trapped woman. We'll push them on top of our foes. Love it.
So you guys are like starting to get into position to push the statue, and a couple creatures come in. They seem like they're armed, but they're not using the weapons. They're not even really menacing. Come in, and they pause at the edge. In like a raspy voice. And they seem to like wait. They butt their like halberds and like motion for you guys to move forward.
Lure them. Lure them here. Like whispers from above.
The
I look at
language
how
they're
now-
the language they're
Tells the coin.
speaking. Do we recognize what it might be?
It sounds like a raspy tongue. Does someone know Rodishan or no? I don't think so, right?
I have
I don't think so.
a lousy intelligence.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Or not
definitely
great.
it's your guess that it's a language that hasn't been spoken for thousands of years.
Look at Gal, who tossed the coin in, and I said, "Oh, after you."
I keep with my clenched jaw. I try to mimic just their sound back to them, and then I instead of I don't have a long weapon to smack on the ground, but I stomp my foot on the ground and stay where I'm at.
That's an easy one.
Stomp.
So that's what they look like. Very archaic looking weapons and armor.
Cool looking. I'm going to try turning them.
They just seem to stand there, almost like some kind of honor guard.
Even when I brandish the holy wheel of Khalifa.
No, when that happens, there's
Shining
something
in the torchlight.
Yeah, something else is going to happen. What does happen, Aaron?
They crumble into dust.
And roll your dice, you son of a biscuit.
All right. Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, it is good. Yeah, let's say as the light shines over them.
2 hit die monsters.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah. So a horrific scream kind of settles into.
And Hethan's walking forward before his companions.
We're taking some liberties with the game here, people. This is what we do on streams. No one uses the rules anymore.
So
It's
whenever
just made up
the
anyway,
creature,
I mean,
Someone just put
so
that.
the creature drops when moving forward. Right?
Go ahead, Elliot. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, so have them drop. The creatures seem to crumble and drop, and Saad gives a shrug to Galdil, and he reaches back and just picks up the bowl of the pouch. He's wow, if they're not going to use it.
I'm not a fan of the turn undead. Is that what you're saying?
So yeah, you almost got the feeling that it sounded horrific at first, but then it kind of changed into a scream of contentment.
Like a sweet release. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the dope swords come off, which means if you were to break them up, you could smoke them like TH. No, I'm just kidding about that.
What is going on?
I just said that because Awa said the sword is pretty dope, and so I was making a joke that it's like dope. Never mind.
All right.
All right. So we still have the statue up here. We don't get the excitement of pushing it over because Hethan destroyed these non-human skeletons. What is
we're pushing it over anyway, right?
What tell me about the forgive me, I'm forgetting the word for the city types.
Oh, Rajani.
Rajani. Tell me about Rajani religion as it stands in or around Hava to Hadia's knowledge.
So the only temple is to basically a version of Ark and Animar, but they've basically co-opted the Ark and Animar sun god religion for the imperial religion that's basically encompassed the known world. But it was an old god even before that. The all-seeing eye, the all-burning eye, it's almost like sun worship. That is probably the strongest religion. That's one of the stronger religions in all of the White Sands or the Christian League. But all the new gods are worshipped, but there is a massive plaza in almost all the city-states where priests of every religion, from the flea worshippers to the sun god, exist and try to influence the Rajani. And then you have the shamanic elder statesmen of the Shadar, which are probably going to have something similar of spirit worship, ancestral worship, spirits in every, like elemental type of stuff, but not the magical elemental like they're elementalists, but just more like what you would think of Bedouin tribe before Christianity or anything else, probably held in reverence.
Okay. And how prevalent is that in Hava? Like, is there a temple in Hava? Is there like a Parthenon?
There's one massive temple in Hava, and it's topped by a gleaming golden globe, but everyone knows that it's not. It's maybe gold painted or bronze flecked or something, and they almost turn away all the transients. Like they don't let the average caravan person or any of the people that hang out on the row to come through there. It's more for the affluent members of Havan society.
Okay.
And that is to the sun god too. There's a name for it, but I don't know what it is, and I didn't open up that. We haven't used that document in quite a few sessions. So.
Okay. Yep. The Hadia is a little torn. On the one hand, she's very curious about taking this statue for contemplation. She wants to understand it better, but at the same time, I'm not thinking we have a whole lot of opportunity to do that. Taking like a 200-pound granite slab with us. I'm not thinking that we get a lot of help from the temple, and her thought, her mentor in the waste. She thinks of the witch, and but she's at a loss to think of how we would transport this thing whole. So yeah. She's a bit torn.
Maybe it's something you could come back to at a later time as well. Contemplate it.
We might be able to get some hirelings from the surface and come down here and haul it out of here. If that's what you want to do, Hadia.
We could. We'd have to convince the bathhouse owner to let us do it. But
Al Jahuti.
Yeah.
We're the ones that came down here for him. I don't intend to put up with much of an argument on our way out.
Yeah.
Galdal has spoken. Did you just turn a fan on,
okay.
Elliot?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Hold on, you can turn it off.
Yeah, it's like maxing out the sound. All right, so let's move on for now. What are you guys going to do?
Yep. Hadia will again caress the statue and speak. I will be back for you.
Cool.
And slide down the scree.
Okay. Now Akamu's just going to push it over?
Yeah. And destroy it. Yeah.
So you did see this kind of strange reaction from your old friend Hadia, so you're definitely bonded more with Hadia than any of the others from your past. But maybe the present time or into the future might be something else. Oh, I miss Kustosh. See you. Good night, Kustosh. The last thing I saw him say is everyone is going to die, and I was like, yes. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Gabe.
Yeah, he's a bit uncomfortable when Hadia kind of caresses the statue, so he kind of leave it alone and get back down.
Okay.
Join the rest.
All right, you guys are doing famously. Now what?
Hethan kind of crunches over the bones of the fallen skeleton guardians.
Yeah, the bits of chainmail or like probably ring mail, maybe brass studded leather, carboil or something.
How intact does their armor seem to be, or is it pretty like old and corroded?
It's probably thousands of years old.
Okay.
Which means it probably gave a decent AC to these monsters, but player characters wouldn't be able to do anything with it.
Right. Yeah, sure.
Pressing on. We're doing this.
I think so, yeah.
So the weeping continues, but Hadia, you actually feel like you can hear words in the weeping. Come, my daughter, weep with me for the loss that we've all had. You do not deserve the troubles you've seen. You kind of have a sadness in your heart as you think of the loss and the horrors of Genera that bothered you. You can see now, Galdal and Saad, that there is some sort of structure that's down here and connected to this. It's made of like that same similar, we'll say similar, so it's not super valuable or anything, but it definitely kind of has that same look of a white marble or something veined with gray.
Does it seem more apparent that the weeping is coming from this area?
You just absolutely would think so. Like you can feel, your heart thumping and, the hair on the back of your neck and along your forearms starts to rise as you're definitely somewhere else. You still believe you're beneath Hava, but somewhere else for sure. A different place.
I take my 7.5 foot pole.
Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Freaking out.
Hi, Maisie.
It's a cat complaining.
Yeah, going nuts.
Cleo had to hit the litter
Action.
box. All right, what's your 7.5 foot pole doing, you big stud?
Just poking through the hole here, touching
All right.
the ground.
So there's nothing in the center. That's just like the apex or something. It's just an open area,
I see. Okay.
like a hallway, like an arched hallway.
Sure. Just given the delineation of.
Yeah, you can hear it's definitely a different kind of stone or something.
Yeah, just press down, make sure nothing weird happens. If someone wants to step on it, and if nothing happens, we will proceed.
Nothing happens.
Ugh.
Oh, did you want to do like your dwarven shifting stones thing? I'll do it. Yeah, you don't notice anything. So there's like a different design in the floor ahead. It looks like some kind of different stone or metal is melted into the etchings, or it's etched and painted or flecked or something. And it's like an alcove on either side of the hall.
Yeah, maybe just being too careful, but let's just keep that up as we walk through here. Just kind of poke in front of me as we walk.
So you're going super slow is what you're saying.
Moderately slow, sure. Like I don't think I'm gonna like sit there and like jam on every single. So, but just like again, like solid poke, step, solid poke, step.
Okay, yeah. So walking through like Matt Murdock, I get it. Hadia, like you can feel this sense of bittersweet longing as the sobs continue to whisper to you. Oh, look at that dog. Good night.
Seeing the change in the stonework, Hethan, you're a thief, right?
Hethan's a cleric.
Hethan's a
Akamuk.
cleric.
Yeah.
Akamuk, you're the thief.
Yeah.
Thief is a strong word, kind of. I mean, I don't know.
Scoundrel,
Yeah,
I
but
think.
Saad will, as he moves up,
Savory.
he'll kind of look over to Galdal and yell back to Akamuk. Not yell, but say back to Akamuk of, Akamuk, or up. Kind of point ahead.
So, I mean, in an OSC type of game, for anything made of, like any traps made of stone, Galdal actually has a better shot of it than most thieves of checking for traps. And that's kind of what I'm giving you right now. Because, I mean, on a 1 or a 2, I think, right? Or is it 3, Stu?
I think it's 2.
2, yeah. So that's like a 32% chance. I don't know what Akamuk's percentage is. You certainly can, but I just wanted to let you know that shifting stones will pick up like stones that shift to kick off a trap or secret doors or any of that in this rule set. As far when I GM anyway. But if you want to send Akamuk up ahead, I'm fine with that. As long as he is.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, cool. No, let's do it. I'm happy to keep.
I don't actually know that much about dwarves specifically, so he would probably still gesture for Akamuk to go ahead.
Yeah, I'm happy to poke along, and I'd probably act confidently about it. Scraping the floor, poking it, moving on, motioning people to keep coming.
Hadia has faith in your dwarf pole.
As one should. And we can actually see this design and this pattern that's on the ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not the grid, not the
Sure.
grid, but the other is like some kind of brass or bronze engraving painted or something in the floor.
I think it'd probably trigger a little bit more time and caution just around that area. See anything around the seam? Does it represent anything? Slide it over. Anything else happen?
Yeah, you don't think so. It looks like maybe that it's actually engraved and it's kind of makes it look cool. But other than that, like I say, even the walls, and it's like it kind of goes up and then it's angled to an apex above.
Gotcha.
So you see a junction coming up. Who is carrying the artifact from the unveiled sequoia?
Oh.
That is the pyramid, or
Yes.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm assuming Hadia has it, but I don't really know.
That's what I assumed too, but I don't have it on my character sheet.
Me neither.
Hadia now has it on her character sheet. She's carrying it.
So Hadia, as she's walking, she continues to hear these welcoming and almost comforting whispers. But as she's walking, her arm brushes across her belt pouch where she's keeping it, and they kind of fade away momentarily as she does that. And she has more of an urging, or it feels hot. So you feel like the whispers and stuff are to the north, but you also get a sense of something from the pyramid to the east.
She will brush against Galdal and gesture east.
Okay.
Pay no mind to that. I wait for you, my child. Allow me to take your pain. The rest of you continue to hear the sobs.
Saad kind of moves up and past Hadia. Says, please, Your Excellency, stay behind.
Moves 5 feet backwards.
So this kind of slopes up. That gray area is kind of an upslope.
All right.
Akamuk, as you
Akimuk will
go ahead.
stay- Yeah, he's gonna stay here and watching.
You think like you can kind of see something up near the upper portions, but just on the very edge of the light, like something kind of glittering, yeah, up there, almost like two eyes glowing at about 8 or 9 feet high. Two light orbs, just kind of in a dull, whitish, pulsing glow. Donk, 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 donk. That was my Donkey Kong sound for you, Awa Lover.
right, so
donk, donk, donk.
Idea like wanted me to come out this way. It's like gonna turn back and just kind of like throw my hands up in the air, like, you coming or what are we doing?
Yeah, I was.
Helping
I'm
Akamuk.
a bad party member. I'm trying to keep Akamuk in the light. I didn't want him to get.
I'm
Yes.
gonna
Hethan goes
light-
back now.
I'm gonna light one of my torches.
You guys are like going back and forth. This is funny.
I'm gonna light
Hold
one
it a
of my-
second, you guys in the front. I want to be able to explain that while I'm doing this part in the back here. I'll light you up a
and-
torch.
and put it like let it try to secure it on the wall if there's a place or if not just
So I
Then
think
it-
every once in a while, it looks like there's like a little like cup coming out of the wall about chest high that maybe someone would put oil for something to light. It's not really a torch holder in that sense, but
yeah, but if there's some kind of cup, gonna put it
you could set it there for
horizontally
sure.
over it.
Yeah, you could set it there for
Maybe
sure.
there's one here just to
Yeah, it seems like it would
Make
be
sure.
maybe right here. You can just see one up along here too. I'm not tempting you or anything, am I?
oh no.
I just like to do that to players. I don't know why, because I'm evil. Can you see more now? Wait. Boom. There you go. Can you see more now, Gabriel?
Just yeah, but
A little bit.
like,
Yeah. You kind of have to edge around the corner if you wanted your light to go up farther, probably.
okay.
So something kind of shifts back, and those globes disappear. You can almost sense something hulking in the shadows.
Okay. We got company right here.
You want to drop the torch
I'm
off, or
okay.
no?
I'm okay. I'm okay to stay here and warn you if it comes as you explore further.
Yeah.
You still want us to hold on this side?
Adia whispers, it will not approach.
Is Hethan staying back there too?
I think I probably should. So why don't the two fighters and the magic user go into the chamber with the pool, and we'll the thief and the clerical guard the.
So you can see that. All
All
right, hold it.
approach. How
Hold
do
it
you
a second. Hold it. I can't really hear you, Elliot. Go ahead. I was starting to talk.
No, I was just responding to. So Hadia said it would not approach, and I kind of look surprised and say, "How do you know this?"
She brushes her hand against the pyramid.
Like I say, it douses the sobbing and the endless incessant whispering. But as you move forward, it seems to be getting warmer and pulsing kind of more strongly.
She
I think I think, give me 1 second. This is what I should have done and I didn't do it. This makes some kind of sense. I think you guys would actually see like a soft bluish light coming from in here as you are approaching. And it kind of maybe intensifies a little bit. Let me fix that for you. So this light is bluish, but so you would have been able to see up on a raised area, like some shadows up there. So the light would be coming from that bluish pool. So when you look in here, when you went up that sloped area as you came up, you'd be able to see. It looks like the floor is beautiful set, and this area here is raised. Probably about 10 feet from the rest. And so is this, it looks like there's like almost an octagonal type cylinder that goes up. You can't see inside of it, but you can see stairs that lead up the side. So you're like 10 feet below this, like the octagonal cylinder, but you can see stairwells here, here, and here. And up on the raised area, you can see like 5 shadows. And you're probably close enough to realize that they're likely that same sort of creature that you saw before. Another, form that you can only see the back. Looks like it's kind of kneeling in front of this bluish light.
Cool.
Totally cool. What are you talking about?
Do they react when we walk in?
What would you have us do?
I think
Speak
you
to
can
the artifact.
see. I think you can see. You definitely know that the artifact loves that bluish glow over there. These guys kind of shift, and they maybe kind of look back at you, and the other shadow maybe starts to stand up, and it looks sort of familiar. Well, the music's getting crazy.
It's very, very thematic.
But it looks dressed better. It's not just got that chitin. It also seems to have more like rags hanging from it, more gossamer, and maybe like it has kind of like a hat that's kind of coming up almost octagonal, and is kind of marked with some kind of glittering stuff on it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You step into danger, daughter. Release your pain. Come to my embrace.
That's the
Sound in your
well-dressed.
brain. No,
Okay.
It's nothing here. It's coming from the other way.
Okay. I beckon a bit towards Hefton and Akamuk. And I
Like
will
you're waving
produce-
us. You're waving us back to you.
waving you forward a bit towards us. Yep. I will produce the pyramid and kind of step into the space.
So I think that it kind of lets off the similar bluish glow, and the pulse kind of matches with the shimmering blue coming off of the wall of the font that's up on that raised area. So like you can't even see it anymore because you're too close now, because that cylinder is right in front of you and it's 10 feet high. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, got it.
But you can still see the blue light that's coming from either side.
Okay.
What's this now? Something says something. You definitely get an intense sort of feeling from it, but it wouldn't speak in a language that you know. It would just kind of growl, and then the other creatures seem to be getting more agitated that are up there.
It's a language I don't know, but is it a word I understand?
Nah, I think you would understand the intent
Mm-hmm.
as it turns back and you see its face, and it definitely has some sort of imperious look to it.
Mm-hmm.
This guy. So, what are you guys gonna do?
Hethan's going to try turning undead.
All right, that sounds good.
Just
So
gonna fire.
I think so. You guys, as you guys start gathering your weapons and whipping out your holy symbol, that seems like initiative time. So I think Hethan, did you lose finally? And we're on to, Stu. I think Stu was.
I lost a while ago. I think we had gone to Taylor and then...
No, Taylor was first, then Aaron. Now Stu is still up, I think.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Cool.
Oop.
All right. All righty. So I think these guys will start. So like on each side, one dude storms around. He doesn't quite get to you. He does actually, because they have spears, and these other guys throw their spears. So you guys see the ones come around the corner and they throw these like spears at you, and the other guys come around and then they like stab with their spears.
Doesn't it? Oh, the move missile magic melee thing. Does that every phase in initiative order, or is
No.
one side do everything and then
One
the other
side
side
does
everything?
everything, and then the other side does everything.
Got it.
I think this guy is going to like walk along the edge of this, carefully balanced, his robes around him as he I think he's going to like shift his hands around and say some stuff. Maybe he even has kind of like some sort of scepter, and you can it's not a snake head, but I think it's that similar to that weaving metal that you guys saw that was kind of open, that almost looked like vines, that at the end of the scepter it creates like almost an egg shape on top of it, but it's hollow, but you can see like glowing energy matches the color that Hadi is holding up, as well as that thing behind him as he kind of brings it up. So movement, missiles. So these guys throw spears. I think only Saad and Galdao are available for those, because Heffen's kind of back far enough. So I'm going to see 1 is Galdao, 2 would be Saad. All right, so both of them throw them at Galdao, which is kind of weird, but that's what happens. They didn't like the little dwarf hiding behind everybody else.
I don't know.
All right, they miss, so those spears clatter away. I'm going to roll to see who that guy attacks. All right, so he actually does not like Hadia holding up that thing. So he's going to spear Hadia.
Ooh.
And the other one is going to spear Saad. Ooh, a 13's probably going to hit Hadia.
Yep, probably.
Oh, God.
AC 9.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, wait, I should... 5 points of damage from that. Just kidding. That was a bad roll. 2 points.
Ouch.
Hadia's still up, though, right?
Yes.
Which is the one that shot Hadia?
None of them shot Hadia. This one stabbed with his spear.
The spear. Okay. Yeah.
But you guys can still interpose to sunder a shield if you want to.
I don't think I need it at this point.
Okay. All right. So I think let me see here. Yep. So that one brandishes that energy and it flares around Hadia. Make a saving throw versus spells.
I missed.
All right, that's a
Weird
failure.
point.
Yeah, you can use a weird point.
Okay, I will. We have 4 left, I think, so that'll bring us down to 3. I will go ahead and give that a shot. Success.
Ooh.
A point
Yes.
well spent.
So yeah, that the pyramid flares and the magic fizzles off, and you can definitely see that shakes the dude who's up there, with the scepter and these at one point probably very elegant adornments as he's holding up, this scepter, and then he's just like kind of steps back a little bit. So I think it is your guys' turn.
Can you describe what the deal is with this person here? Are they on the top wall of this thing?
Yes. Okay. They're that's who I'm talking about. So, it has this almost kiltish or Egyptian kind of lower portion, and then like a vest almost that's heavily adorned with, different weird, almost maybe tribal sort of threading, and then has this hat on. It's definitely as good, or it may be even this is where the mage's tower of Argos took it from. So he's got this octagonal hat on that kind of comes up from it, and then it has tassels that hang down. So he's obviously some sort of priest or wizard or something. Just cast a spell, but Hadia shook it off, or the pyramid in her hand assisted her to do so.
All right, I'm gonna move that staircase then below her.
All right, yeah. So he's 10 feet above
We'll
you.
move to the side.
Yeah, I still had some movement left. I guess I wanted to get right next to this person.
Okay. The skeleton?
So it seemed like I was within this skeleton's range still because of the spear. I moved within it, and I want to go up the stairs towards this person.
Oh, I forgot there were stairs there. Yeah. I think you should be able to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot those stairs were there, to be honest.
You could shoulder check him into whatever's down there.
Yeah, we don't know it's a pool though, right? We can't see it.
Correct.
Yeah. I'll probably just swing, I guess.
Go ahead. Is anyone doing any missiles? Hethan, are you turning or anything?
Casting, yeah. I'm going to try to turn on them.
Are there any missiles happening here?
Missile move, magic melee, right?
Yes.
Write that down on my character sheet.
I think magic.
All right, here's the turn. Hethan just stomps into this little sanctum. You shall not pass, kind of stuff. Oh yeah, another 11.
Oh,
So
nice.
2 hit dice.
So that does how many hit dice worth?
I affect 2 hit die creatures.
For 8 hit dice? Or 8, you turn 8 of them.
Earn 8 of them, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So this magic just flares off of Hethan. Divine magic, apparently. And I think it just it kind of explodes outward from them. And these creatures are hit with the light. And they just burst into dust as it follows this wave of energy across the room.
Of them. Or just the skeleton warriors?
Just the skeleton warriors, yeah. The same thing. They have this soulful screech that kind of peters out into a sound of contentment. Hadia, I think... Have you cast any spells yet?
I have not.
Okay. Well, you do feel like magic is really powerful here. Like you almost feel like you might be like on a ley line or involved near some powerful VTEM, which you know as like almost like a magic infused area or something. Okay.
Got it. Yeah, I was just taking my crappy notes. Her goal at the moment, she'll probably she was thinking to wander to move south out of line of sight of our good buddy up here.
So he's above, so it would almost be impossible
Right.
to get out of his line of sight. But I think what I'm going to say, you feel like you could use this magic as a weapon if you wanted to.
That sounds appealing. So I'd like to try that. She'll
Alright.
hold the pyramid over her head and channel this channel malice into this creature.
All right, yeah. So I think you should go ahead and roll magic missile, which is D6 plus 1, but it's going to cost you a hit point.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, it seems like the
Can't let Hethan down. So for 7.
All right, nice. So max damage. That's awesome. All right, yeah. So what's it look like when this happens?
So a sort of the pyramid is glowing. Another hue, another glow begins to emanate, starting from running down Hadia's arms through the pyramid. Was it a solid thing? Presumably.
It's up to you.
Okay.
Like, what do you think
So-
your magic missiles would look like if you learned the spell?
So a separate glow emanating from Hadia runs down her arms, arcs over the pyramid itself, and then in a writhing almost a vine of comprised of raw chaos snaps out, encircling and burning the target.
Yeah, so like as it's coming towards it, it raises this scepter to try and ward it off, but it just goes down its arm, and it's like, "Nay!" And so Galdal.
I rush up the stair and swing my hand axe at this thing. Oh.
Yes. Saad.
Yeah, so I moved around and then the creatures exploded in dust around me. So I would probably just be surprised
So
and
they were
then try to move
they were
back.
they were carrying spears, which you could heft and throw if you'd like.
Yeah, so I would like to if
That sounds
the guy,
cool.
as I was going to go up to attack him, and then one of the spears starts to drop, and I immediately grab it and spin around and just throw it at.
Let's make you make a dex check to see if you can do that. That seems cool. Like grab it out of the air as it's falling when it gets blasted out of the creature's hand. Maybe no dex check. All right, you made it. I was just going to say
cool.
don't make
Totally
one,
makes
but let's just let you do it. So go ahead and attack. Throw.
Okay.
Because I mean, if you failed, I mean, is it really? I think it's just cooler to be able to do it. Oh, a terrible miss.
Terrible throw,
So
though.
it goes clattering off into the other side of the chamber. All right, I think that is round 1. That was a lot of shit happened. Didn't take a ton of time though. I love how quickly things are pretty much taken care of. Oh yeah, that was round 1. So you lost, Galdal. Looks like we're up to Gabe.
Okay.
So roll a d6, sir. Oh, and you can, all of you guys hear the sobbing pauses. What are you doing? It's the same voice, and it's definitely in your head. You hear something different. Oh, but
Simo.
it's simultaneous. So, are you casting magic, Hadia?
Hudson's casting.
That's a rough choice because I am at
1 hit point.
2.
2 hit points. Nice.
So
Do it.
do I?
Do it.
This is like playing Aaron's game. All the magic has an effect.
Yep. The
I was gonna ask if could Hadia grab Saad's arm and allow her to use his life points to cast magic from himself.
I think I would allow that, but it would be more painful to you than it is to her. Like I think that would be like a D6 of damage or something if she takes it from someone else. This is some cool blood magic
Saad
going on, though.
Simultaneously, ultimately, Saad will move up to help protect Hadia, and as she needs to do, then she will do.
Take my blood, Hadia. Yes, take his blood.
Yeah. Yeah, Hadia will cast, but she will use her own vitality.
Okay, nice. All right, so
Yes.
I think this guy is trying to cast as well. So
Hudson's
melee,
casting.
missiles, it's magic. Everyone's magicking at the same time. What's Heffen doing?
How tall is this opening, Jason?
So it's about 10 feet wide, and at about 8 or 9 feet high, it angles sharply to create a point at the top at about 12 feet. The same thing where you are. All of these weird colors are like that.
So the angle is not possible to shoot this guy.
No, see, you wouldn't be able to see him. No,
Okay.
I don't think. But like that sound that you heard it out loud this time. So this is when you guys all realize that you really probably were pretty much hearing it in your minds. But you definitely hear something is very upset this direction. Okay. And you can hear it seems like whatever was lurking there may be coming now. You want to hide there?
Yep.
Okay. You put your torch down somewhere, I'm assuming? Yeah, I thought that's
the
what you
torch
said.
was here.
I thought that's what you said, yeah, but I left it on your guy because I'm lazy. All right. So you hide around the corner. All right. So I think you're protecting yourself from evil because it's only on yourself, right? Or did you have some other intent, Aaron, that you wanted to do?
No, I'm gonna go fight the witch that's coming down the hallway.
Oh, so you're all right. So you're casting protection from
It's
evil for that.
preparatory, yeah.
Ooh, I like it. Nice. So let's see what happens between Hadia and this other dude, right? So Hadia, are you doing the same thing?
Yep. She will channel another stream.
All right. So as the same thing happens, you gather up this energy, and the tone of your own magic starts to overcome the sapphire brightness of the pyramid and the pulsing from the font on top of the dais beyond. The creature holds up his scepter. This time, when you do it, it does shatters over some sort of shield. The tinkling of glass, but you don't see any glass. You just see it stop and then blast as it looks like it created some sort of mystic shield to fend that away. Galdal?
Swinging
You
furiously.
still lose a point of hit. You lose 1 hit point, though.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Oh!
Nat 20.
Oh, I think on Nat 20 you get to roll another damage, right? No? I thought we added that to this game, but maybe not.
I don't know that we have.
Okay.
I mean, I'd love to take it, but I don't think we did.
Because I think on the thing it has like a list of the things that can happen. I thought we had talked about doing it, but it's up to you. I feel like it's a good
I think-
time.
Yeah, okay, cool. So 1d6. Here we go. 5 more. on top
Yeah,
of
so
one.
as the creature blocks the magic missile of Hadia, Galdal comes up and stabs the dude. He goes, "Aye, my liver!" Ah," and falls backwards into this dead.
Is it a pool of water up there, or what is that?
So he actually falls for a little while, and then it's just like a murky. I don't have like this thing that I was looking for. You're just stuck with this. You can just kind of hear like a little bit of splatter, but I mean, he falls like 10 feet down into rocks, and then like you can just hear him kind of splunch into the ground below.
It's like a big hollow cylinder, octagonal cylinder up there.
Exactly. Like it maybe had liquid or something in it at one time. So you guys can hear as that happens, almost right away afterwards. It's like a shriek overcomes, and then a voice cries out, "I am Tarak."
What?
Yep. Hadia touches Saad on the forearm and tells him, "Your vitality is
Is required.
your vitality is well saved."
Oh, saved.
All right, so Akamuk, you're lurking there around the corner as this guy comes rushing down, and even as he is mutated, malformed, you recognize him from the gladiator that he once was in the pits of Junera. And he comes around the corner. Akamuk is ready with his weapon, and that's where we'll call the stream. It's 10 o'clock.
Oh.
So, a wonderful cliffhanger. So, let's head over to the round table. Let's count up our XPs, our GPs, and our hits and misses for the session. While Stu is magicking his numbers, Aaron, we got anybody at the Facebook? He's like, "Oh, I forgot about that."
Well, no. I was so wrapped up in the game. Hawk said goodnight about an hour ago. He was the only one. He was the only one I was chatting with on the Facebook. I don't know if we had anybody else watching.
All right, so as Stu continues, it looks like he's got it here.
I think we had a couple unspent weird points.
Oh yeah.
Yep, thanks. That was 3 of 5. That's another 150 divided by 5. Hold on, I'll repost it.
Thanks for doing the math.
Did we ever figure out what was in that ceramic flask? I thought we talked about it, but I didn't.
Yes.
Healing potion. It's a healing potion.
Yep.
Okay.
So pretty exciting. Let's not forget, Hethan is protected from evil. Akamuk is backstabbing Al-Tarak, the Terror, and something, the Weeper, the Weeping Witch, lurks behind. I feel like we should be able to see her. Would that be cool if we could see her?
My total is wrong. One more time. I'm just going to repost it. All right, confident about this. Total. Here we go. 72 GP per person.
72.
72 gold pieces per PC, and then 102 XP plus 100 XP a level.
Is that with the weird points?
It is with the weird points.
Yep.
So Akamuk, you can just see behind the hulking Al-Tarak, the Terror, this creature coming up behind her, sort of floating along. This is the visage that Hethan saw on the statue.
Messed.
So pretty fun. Now let's head over. That's even helps. So you guys got your work cut out for you. So like if you go up a level in the middle of the session and you get hit points, you just add the hit points to both your current and your max is the way I do it. How many XP does Hadia have, Taylor?
She is at 1614.
Oh, nice. Getting there.
Getting there. She only has 1,000 more to go, or 900.
Jesus. All right.
But we're getting there.
35. I'm 35 experience points away.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we didn't. I think in the past we've added XP in the hits and misses. I don't know if you guys remember that. So
we did. I think we did one or two times, maybe. I don't remember.
I think twice the last two sessions. All right, hey, old
maybe.
golden hen. I don't know if you're taking off or you're just thinking it's awesome right now. So, Gabriel, you got you got some hits and misses for the session? Looks like Gabriel's writing or something.
Yeah, we also
Hits and
get
misses.
plus 1 XP for showing up on time. Is that right?
What'd you say,
Yeah.
Gabe? Go ahead.
So, hit and misses. Well, definitely hits the turning undead by Hethan. They were.
You like that?
outstanding. Yeah, and the magic kind of duel between Hadia and this other guy. I think those were the most outstanding things, I guess, on the session.
I feel like we've been building up to something at least over the last few sessions since the break when we got up, and this feels like something is definitely happening, I would say. So that's cool. Taylor, you got anything you want to add for hits and misses?
Yep. So I'm intrigued. I'm very interested in what's going on. A little bit of a miss. I did a poor job of describing my awesome Ghostbusters beam magic missile, but that's okay. I'll drink harder next time. And
I thought the magic missile sounded cool to me. I didn't necessarily realize it was Ghostbusters, but I liked it.
yeah, I'm making fun of myself, but yeah. So yeah, the yeah, very very exciting. I'm definitely dropping a lot of hooks that I'm trying to take with line and sinker. So,
All right, cool. Aaron?
I like the carrion slitherers a lot. I thought those things were pretty cool, like the mini carrion crawlers.
I think some of that stuff got forgotten. That was a pretty big battle. That might have been a set piece battle that would take a whole session in some games. and then we just kind of finished it up, moved on, did some stuff with the statue, blew up some skeletons. So I really, that's one of the reasons I like a game like this, is because it really plays pretty fast. We only played for 3 hours, and one of those hours was recaps and getting the cameras set up and all that shit. So pretty crazy, really. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. And I'm having fun with Hethan, kind of this weird Amish kind of Bedouin cleric. I think it's pretty fun figuring out who he is and what he does. That's cool.
I love it. I think it's great. I feel like characters are coming to life. Stu?
Yeah, I thought it was good overall. I thought it was particularly cool at the end. It was like Saad trying to step up and volunteering his life force to be drained for
take this.
Yeah, cool. That was really cool.
Hadia's pyramid. I thought that was pretty neat. Yeah, I don't know that I have anything else. Just glad to be back, and I think it's cool that we're maybe nearing the climax of this thing. So,
what? How many XP is Aaron down from second
35.
level? All right, I'll give you each 35 XP for Elliot offering to sacrifice himself.
Oh.
Oh, 2 hit points.
Awesome. Elliot, you got any hits or misses?
Hits and misses. Let's see. One thing I really actually enjoyed is actually the carrion crawler fight. I thought that was really interesting of how that ended up playing out, of the kind of like moment to moment, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't necessarily like a normal, quote unquote, set piece fight, right? Just that, we all had to kind of scramble to deal with it. I like the little bit before of us trying to figure out like what we were going to do, and then immediately having to adapt to actually fighting that fight. And some of the things that we kind of mentioned before sort of played into that, but not everything. I thought that was really interesting. Yeah, and then obviously, the final fight was cool too. I would say like a miss for me, and this is not a miss for the game, of just going, all right, well, I'll step up here to go fight these things, and then the cleric destroys all of the undead guys, which was awesome. And then Saad was like, well, I don't know what to do now because the dwarf took my thunder, and yep, so now I'm just gonna go back over here. And then that's where it was interesting of that moment of like the take my life force to cast this spell too, which I felt was cool that it kind of like fed into that. But yeah, you
could have actually killed the dude with the spear if you'd hit and rolled good damage.
I know, and that was it was an amazing dexterity roll, and then a horrible attack roll immediately after. And that's how that happens sometimes. But.
Yeah. So, but there was an opportunity there, so I think that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's a good one, Aaron. Galdal, you have the slithering goo.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That should be interesting to see what happens with all that. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, so you actually probably could have got some reagents or something from those husks that you burnt, Aaron.
They were creepy. I didn't want one of them. I didn't want one of them to like jump out and suck my face off. That would be awful.
Those things were the worst.
The skin curtains. Sorry, go ahead, Taylor.
I was just gonna say I do like also that, and I know I'm going out of turn. I apologize, but I feel like we're emerging a narrative, if that makes sense. The characters are kind of binding together. It's coming together like a party. It's coming together like a story, and it's coming. That's fun. It's fun to watch that happen, and to experience that as it comes through. So, building those bonds and watching it.
I think Gabriel and Stu and Elliot have definitely seen this in the past, like when we played Lost in Agata, that the characters kind of grew that way and they had their own things that they did in the story, ended up eventually going somewhere. It just seems to do it. Just like the same thing happens in Calmata, but it's like in pieces, because it's not always the same characters. But when you have all the same players and the same characters, I mean, it'll even get better, I think. So I appreciate you.
I will say I don't know if any of my characters lasted long enough for there really to be that much to build in Agata. But yeah.
So that means like the weird points are helping, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why we have weird points now.
I will say, yeah, I do think that's an interesting mechanic, and I do think it's a good mechanic of kind of adding in.
I think it
narrative stuff.
It's working. Yeah, I think it's working. So that's cool. But now I think we should take away shields can be sundered, because I mean maybe there's too. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't think I don't think that's a problem. Really.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Just taking away from fighters is ultimately all that would happen at that point.
The whole point of having a lethal game is to build tension, and I think almost every fight you guys have tension that exists. Like you're not sure you're going to survive, or you have no idea what's going to happen next. I don't think that the weird points have removed that in any way. So. I'm not worried, but you can only sunder once per session, though, Taylor. So, in this campaign,
Yeah, I can't sunder at all. I'm a magic user, but
the other people can sunder for you if they so chose.
that's true. It has happened at least once. So.
Still didn't save you from the skin curtains. Anyway. Those were weird ass things. I had a blast. I really appreciate you guys playing. I love having all the people out there. I would love Old Golden Hen. Thanks for the cheers. I mean, it's. I think it adds something to us, and we don't lose a bunch of time hanging out with the chat or anything. I don't think it affects our game a ton. I think it really keeps us going, and it gives us ideas. I mean, so I really appreciate that. I mean, this is probably a record, right? For a long time, we had at least 14 people, closer to 15 to 20, almost the whole night. So it's working, you guys. Good job. I'd say the top 5 videos that I've put out in the past 2 weeks are all old school essentials. Most of them are Calmata, like the last 3 Calmata games are top 5. But I think now that we're getting back to this, like the first session of this and the first session of the North March, were both big hits. And the more we get back into them after it happens, they'll grow again. And so I think you guys are definitely. You guys are definitely responsible for that. So thank you very much. I love your guys' play, and I love just hanging out. The banter is wonderful too. So once again, cue the music.
It's a beautiful day in the game, oh, a beautiful day for my gamers. Would you be one? Could you be one? Sound about thunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great robbers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers? Won't you please, won't you be my gamers?